What is lead? Lead is a chemical element with the symbol Pb and atomic number 82. It is a heavy metal that is denser than most common materials. Lead is soft and malleable, and also has a relatively low melting point. When freshly cut, lead is silvery with a hint of blue. It tarnishes to a dull gray color when exposed to air. Lead poisoning is a type of metal poisoning caused by lead in the body. Symptoms may include abdominal pain, constipation, headaches, irritability, memory problems, inability to have children, and tingling in the hands and feet. It causes almost 10% of intellectual disability of otherwise unknown cause and can result in behavioral problems. Some of the effects are permanent. In severe cases, anemia, seizures, coma, or death may occur. Here is a short animated video referred from YouTube.
What is lead? And why is it so dangerous to a person's health? Lead is a naturally occurring heavy metal. In the past, it was put into paints that were used in residential housing. It is classified as a neurotoxin, which is dangerous for all humans, especially young children whose brains and bodies are developing. The scientific community and the U.S. Center for Disease Control have stated there is no known safe level of lead, and even very small amounts of lead exposure can cause irreversible brain damage and other serious medical problems. The most common cause of lead poisoning in children comes from touching, eating, or inhaling flaking paint chips or dust coming from older paint surfaces in apartments and homes. In New York City, a landlord has the responsibility to maintain a rental apartment safe from lead paint hazards. There are many statutes and laws that govern lead paint in housing. Lead is insidious. In children, lead causes reduced IQ, learning and behavioral problems, including attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Childhood exposure can increase the chance of developing many health, social, and economic problems as adults, including high blood pressure and certain cancers, as well as the loss of earning potential and academic ability.
Genjeram is a town located in the Kuala Langat district of Selangor State in Malaysia. The relatively flat terrain makes it an ideal hub for agricultural production. The Malaysia Mail reported on April 19, 2019 that 100 senior citizens were picketing a factory making lead-acid batteries in their neighborhood. More than 6,000 people in Kampung Genjeram in Kuala Langat, Selangor are in danger of lead poisoning due to illegal dumping of the heavy metal in streams and rivers nearby. In Kampung Genjeram case, the Residents Association complained about the plant had contaminated groundwater, air and affected the residents. Proving this statement, article published in Malay Mail released the statement that lab tests on 12 hair samples of residents and workers there confirmed high levels of contamination. The highest reading was 3,190 mg/kg from a worker's hair sample. A resident's hair sample had a reading of 29.7 mg/kg. The minimum safety level before someone is exposed to lead poisoning is below 5 mg/kg. Adding to that, Environmental Action Association representative Pul Apeng had reportedly voiced the concern of the residents there since last October when they realized the rivers and streams there had turned black, with a lack of marine life. Pul said his association had taken the initiative to examine the water quality near the factory and found that the pH level of the water was very low and acidic. We reported this incident to the local authorities until the factory was instructed to shut down its operations last month, he reportedly said. However, the factory remains operational despite the instruction, with workers seen to be active on the premises. His association then inspected the water quality in the drains and rivers nearby and was shocked to find high levels of lead contamination. We also conducted tests on the land nearby the factory involving 4 samples and the results were also shocking with readings as high as 18,078.81 mg/kg, he reportedly said. This is a serious issue since the factory is not following the orders and keeps putting innocent lives in trouble. Hazardous, or toxic, Waste is the potentially dangerous byproduct of a wide range of activities, including manufacturing, farming, water treatment systems, construction, automotive garages, laboratories, hospitals, and other industries. The waste may be liquid, solid, or sludge and contain chemicals, heavy metals, radiation, pathogens, or other materials. Even households generate hazardous waste, from items such as batteries, used computer equipment, and leftover paints or pesticides. Toxic waste can harm people, animals, and plants, whether it ends up in the ground, in streams, or even in the air. Some toxins persist in the environment for many years and accumulate over time. This mainly includes lead and mercury. Humans or wildlife often absorb these toxic substances when they eat fish or other prey. Let's discuss about some ways to protect us from lead exposure, which can affect the health of both adults and children. One of the biggest sources of lead for families is lead-based paint in homes and apartment buildings. This material may be buried under layers of newer paint. If the paint is in good condition, it's usually not a problem. Chipped, peeling, or cracked lead paint, though, is a hazard. To keep paint from deteriorating even more, cover it with duct tape or contact paper. Lead occurs naturally in soils, sometimes in high concentrations. But soil can also become contaminated from exterior lead-based paint on buildings and playgrounds. Industrial sites and leaded gasoline can also contaminate soil. To avoid tracking lead into your house, leave your shoes at the door. And wash your hands after you come inside. When children are outside, keep them from playing in bare soil. You can also cover bare soil with mulch, wood chips, or grass, or provide a sandbox for children to play in. To discourage children from playing in bare soil next to your house, plant shrubs alongside the foundation, or cover the bare soil with mulch or wood chips. Lead can leach into drinking water from lead-contaminated pipes, faucets, and solder. Some local water systems contain lead, but lead in your drinking water is more likely to come from household plumbing. To reduce your lead exposure, flush the tap for at least 1 minute before using water for drinking or cooking. To reduce waste, you can save this water for cleaning or for watering plants. Always use cold water for cooking, drinking, and making baby formula. Hot water from the faucet dissolves more lead from the pipes. You might be exposed to lead if you work in certain environments, such as scrap metal or construction companies, foundries, or factories manufacturing ceramics, bullets, jewelry, or electronics. Some hobbies also use lead-based products, including bullets and BB ammo, fishing sinkers, pottery or stained glass, jewelry, certain model paints, or car and boat repair supplies. If you work in a job or have a hobby that uses lead or lead-based products, take steps to keep the lead out of your home. Wash your face, hands, and uncovered skin as well as change your clothes before you go home or before eating meals. Wash your work or hobby clothes separately from the rest of your family's clothing. Also, keep your work and hobby materials in an area separate from your living space. And practice good habits. Lead crystal or lead-glazed pottery or porcelain can contaminate food with lead. So don't use containers made from these materials to store or serve food unless the container is certified lead-free. Old porcelain bathtubs can also be a hazard.